All right, this is the last song of the Troy saga, called Warrior of the Mind. So we're almost done with the first saga.
Let's fucking go.
And we have however many more sagas left to go. Here we go. This is Warrior of the Mind.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, let's go back real quick. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
What a drop.
Yeah?
Athena.
Athena.
They had to
There it is.
Sorry, we will pause too often, but they had to clarify this is Athena that's talking.
It's just funny.
It is pretty funny. Okay, sorry. For the beginning, and we won't stop this time.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena.
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
Great voice, yeah.
I see you changing from how I've designed you.
Oh, a piano part.
Oh, I love her voice.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission. Create the greatest warrior.
Wow.
I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic bar only the best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the bars on the wheel.
Okay. C sharp minor.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the mind. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the mind.
No rhyme scheme there, but
No.
just for that line.
I've been more enamored in the piano
Oh, shit.
in this one.
Show
Oh, we're-
yourself.
We're going somewhere.
I know you're watching me.
Yeah.
Show yourself.
Oh, I love that.
It's cool.
I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
On rhythm.
Enlighten me, what's your
The guitar.
name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice
Do-do-do-do-do.
strike, the two
Yeah,
can play
the electric
this
guitar
game.
is-
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena. Badass in
Athena.
the arena. Unmatched and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, best as a friend.
We'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow.
The harmonies.
They'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior
Interesting.
of the mind.
See, they did it there.
Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, and it ends with that.
Okay.
That same kind of thing.
So much to unpack in this
Yeah,
one for me.
there's a lot. I almost feel like I would potentially need to listen to it again because
Honestly,
I
I'm
was
down.
so annoyed. I was so enamored by the piano.
Yeah,
I
dude,
kinda didn't really
that
listen
was
to a lot of
sick.
the lyrics, but there's a
And
lot of piano work that was
This
going on
time,
there.
I think both of us started noticing the styling motifs,
Yeah.
or like the association thing.
Sure.
It seems like Odysseus typically has some sort of guitar or
Some kind of
electric guitar.
thing, yeah.
I'm gonna assume this is the first time we've been introduced to Athena. Athena has like this crazy piano, almost like dubstep-y stuff.
Dubstep piano. It feels
because
very... Okay.
sorry to
Yeah,
cut
go
you
ahead.
off. Because at the beginning of the song,
Have you forgotten
there's
to
obviously,
Yeah.
but
this is
but at the beginning of the song and at the end of the song, it was a zzz, zzz, zzz.
It's kind of like
It was like her entering and exiting.
yes.
I think. Anyway.
I agree. I could see that.
Oh yeah, and her voice is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Big fan.
Athena's was good. I like
Favorite voice so far. Athena's my favorite voice so far. Honestly, let's like slowly scroll through these lyrics.
Sure.
Because I loved a lot of like, I had a lot of thoughts.
Give me 1 second. I just want to. I realized my piano visualizer wasn't showing the notes.
Oh.
As I was playing. There you go. Now you guys can see the notes as I'm kind
It's
of playing.
Athena
along with
using
it.
the world. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. You can see the notes there.
Yeah.
Cool.
They, to me, arguably, you didn't have to, say Athena at the beginning, because later in the song, they explain who she is.
I think.
Like here.
Let's be honest with Athena.
But that's also like you don't know who's singing and who you're talking to until.
I wonder
later.
if there's a better way to
Instead of
drop
just like
that.
that's what I'm kind of saying.
You know?
Like, is there a better way to just like introduce the characters without just shouting their name?
Right.
You
But
know?
I think it works though, because like in a theater kind of thing, it's like someone appears just like, oh, Joe Billy, how's it going? You
No,
know?
that's true.
Like I wouldn't be like,
Especially if we're talking about like this era.
in like this era.
That's how they would
exactly.
address each other.
Yeah. This goddess
And just
is
be like-
in front of you, like, oh, Athena, hello. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't just like not acknowledge their name, I guess, right off the bat. So
I also love a lot of the phrasing, and I felt this way about a couple of songs now. Like the rhythmic phrasing of the words
yeah,
also is very satisfying in this one too. And I like a lot of the rhyme scheme, but it bothers me a lot that only at the very end was she able to sing something that rhymed with the word mind. All the way at the
it's
end.
At the very end, behind we are the
A warrior of a very
I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that
I see.
you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind.
like that's satisfying.
yeah.
But like every other time it was the phrase warrior of the mind came up, there's no rhyme scheme.
Yeah, it was just world.
And what
them. Yeah.
like instead of saying we'll have the answer, we'll have the insight. It's not that hard. So like that, because like the entire song has such a great rhyme scheme,
Yeah.
such a great use of phrasing and everything, but that's the only thing that irked me about it.
Do you think that was intentional?
I don't know. Why would that be intentional?
Maybe because I was trying to think if maybe these two lines are kind of meant to just be like one line. Like we have like maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. I still, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that. That line is like the.
I guess it
is like the chorus because you have
Depends.
like
Yeah, it depends what the structure is, right? Because like if we'll have the answer is like its own line, but then we are the warriors of the mind, I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget your like those rhyme.
yeah those rhyme.
Go back to an earlier one actually.
Let's
Does
see.
it do the same thing? Mine is not a hard word to rhyme with. I could think of
You're
several.
right. You're right. I agree.
No, but May's saying it is.
Mine's a very hard word to write with. Oh no, it's not.
The word rhyme rhymes with mine. Let's ask to teach him. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the mind. These melodies are catchy as hell.
It is. It's very cool.
I also
What do
love
you-
this.
What do you think about the tone shifts in general in these songs?
Tone shifts are really good
It is pretty cool.
because it does their job.
I feel like it
Like
really,
I felt that drop.
it really captures
that was a good drop.
your attention.
Yeah.
because you'll be vibing and then it's almost abrupt in
Yeah.
a way. And you would think like an abrupt change like that might be like, oh god, I don't know if that really fits. But
Yeah.
in a context like this, it works because it's like they're vibing on stage, like Warrior of the Mind, and then something just suddenly appears.
And
It's
like if you've seen
oh,
a play
shit,
before, like you know that the lighting changes drastically
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like
totally.
lights
Yep,
go
yep.
down, really dim, spotlight comes up.
Yep,
you know?
yep. I want to go back real quick. I need to.
Athena!
Athena!
I want to hear this like piano riff.
It is a pretty sick riff, yeah. She's saying the word "you" a lot right now, but it's whatever. It's very Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Is it? It starts like that. So we're kind of like shaping sort of like a C minor chord here. Do you think I was wondering if we would be able to analyze like the choice of like chords and stuff that they use for the lyrics and stuff.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Athena!
Well, right, because I mean, and then there's a
Might
lift
be-
there of some kind,
A lift? Yeah, yeah.
some sort of lift.
Let's go back to the beginning real quick.
Because that's also like
I think that's C sharp minor.
chord theory just like sets the stage for the emotion
Right.
of what you're trying to portray.
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you change since I taught you.
Athena!
Yeah, that piano part's very much in the forefront.
Something like that.
And that part's very much in the forefront. It's kind of hard to tell where the chords change because there's a lot of
Right, because it's the
stuff happening
that
above
riff
them.
is happening over the chords, yeah.
Lessons I taught you.
Athena!
Well, it's actually that. So
I'm
it's-
kind of trying to. I don't know if it's like a choir or like a choir patch, but like I'm kind of listening to that
Yeah.
where the vocals change.
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
I think back to C minor, C sharp minor.
I see you
That I can't tell.
from how I designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission. Create the greatest warrior.
I also wanted to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I also wanted to say I liked the way that they fit in the word warrior. You don't really hear people do that. Like go back and
What do you
listen to
mean?
it. Just listen to it.
One mission. Create the greatest warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior
Warrior.
instead of saying warrior.
Warrior.
They made it two syllables.
it's 2 syllables.
Warrior.
Warrior. Interesting.
That I thought that was interesting to listen.
Yeah. Let me hear that again.
Has one mission. Create the greatest warrior.
Warrior. I wonder if they
Because
had
when you compose music, you could fuck with the rules of
yeah.
anything as much as
Totally.
you want. Whether it sounds good or not is up for debate, but I like that.
Create the greatest
I wonder if that was more of a creative decision or if it was like singing it in 3 syllables made it difficult. I'm trying to think of like if you were to sing this in 3 syllables, would it
No,
be,
it would have sounded really weird.
would it be create the greatest
Create
warrior?
the greatest warrior. Well, I mean, she does riff a bit.
She riffs a bit there, yeah.
has one mission.
Create the greatest warrior. Like I think it could fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warrior. It kind of just depends on the vibe, I guess. What you're going. Because you go
It also-
warrior.
it also de-
warrior.
It also depends how satisfying is the syllable E, the sound E, because that's the one that you would elongate,
Right,
as
right.
opposed to how they did it. And most, honestly, in my opinion, like 9 times out of 10, the syllable E is not like
not a
fun to
nice-
hear. It's
yeah.
not fun to listen to.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like that was probably a part of the reason if they
That'd be
went that
intentional
far.
then, yeah. They might have like tried to sing that, be like,
Because
oh,
she is elongating it and riffing a bunch, so yeah, you could fit a 3-syllable word in there
could, yeah.
easily. But
I bet they were recording and they were just like, no, something about that word seems weird.
But
Sing
the-
it this way, and then they
the
did
syllable O, the sound of or O, way easier to just go with.
it. Yeah. Even the O, they don't go warrior.
Well, it's more of an
warrior. Yeah, they kind of go. It turns
because
like
the
a
warrior is
Yep, yep.
not really O.
warrior, because then you're like singing the R.
Yeah.
You know, so they kind of warrior.
Yeah, no.
It's almost kind of like an O. They're just like warrior, but not so heavy on the O accent, but just like warrior. Like they
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
they the R.
it's kind not to like equate related to one of my songs, but I do something similar in 2 a.m.
Okay.
in the word far when I like riff it.
Yeah.
I don't I never say the R,
Right.
and it turns into like O
Yeah.
instead of
I think,
R, you know,
I think just in general,
the way
like,
you can riff it lets you just kind of change it as it travels.
I don't really know if you can riff consonants so easily. Like vowels are a lot more easier to.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
to
Like
do it, you know.
even if they are still vowels, like E versus or O or ah is like
True.
way. Like those are way easier to riff on.
Yeah,
way
yeah.
more satisfying to listen to as a singer.
Definitely. There's kind of like a tier list of vowels you can
Yeah.
you can sing. It's like you could sing the E, but that's kind of like a C tier list vowel to sing on.
You know, it's a good example that
Ahs and O's and Oo's are like top tier.
my friend keeps bringing this up whenever it comes up, but sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You know that song "Centuries" by Fall Out Boy?
Yeah.
Most annoying song on the fucking earth.
Really?
Centuries.
Oh my god, yeah.
Remember me for centuries. Like
True.
that, which is so weird because like he's a great singer and like most singers don't like emphasize the E so much. They like make it A or I.
Yeah.
Centuries.
Yeah,
You know, like why
exactly.
not do that? But they just went full send on the E.
Centuries. yeah, totally.
And so it makes me think of that, you know.
That's a good point.
But no, I liked how they did that.
Cool. So what's the song rating here?
Oh man, I mean, this is also like an 8 for me. I think.
I think it's.
Did it? Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's a 6
Oh, okay.
for me. I didn't like it as much as the other two.
Even with the piano part.
Even with the piano part. The piano part was pretty funky, but I think overall I wasn't enamored by like the chorus or sort of like the
Yeah.
repeating factor of
I'm-
it. I think
I
when
might actually make it more of a 7.
I think when songs kind of like, not that they're rambling on, it's just the style of what they're singing here. It's just like they're in a conversation, they're telling a story, right? But I think it's just harder for me to get into it when there's not as many like repeating things happening.
Yeah.
Like the 600 bends, like, oh my god, yeah, this is great. 600 bends.
Yeah,
600
and there were a
bends,
couple
you know.
motify things in here, but
Definitely.
but not as
It
strong.
was a little bit more
ones.
spread out. It wasn't as strong.
Warriors of the Mind. But again, that wasn't as satisfying because there
Right.
really wasn't like.
This is also based on first time listening. Let me listen to this for like a week straight, and then next week, chat, you'll be seeing me like, "You are the warrior of mine."
No, it's still-
Yeah,
still
I'll
singable.
yeah.
Still got a contemporary structure
I'll
to
be.
it.
I'm sure I'll be blasting this. if
Hereupon
I-
also wondering what we think is happening. So Odysseus, I think.
Oh yeah, true in the story.
Right.
So obviously Athena appears before them, and I think
Let me remind you.
she's trying to guide him. I guess Odysseus might have lost his way. 'Cause he's like, let me remind you, gods of wisdom, like created the greatest warrior.
Right.
Maybe one day he'll a boy.
A boy whose mind rivaled the bars on the wheel.
Let's go!
That flute actually was kind of cool in there.
He'll follow me and we'll
This
make
part,
a
you know what? Yeah,
That's catchy.
it's already growing on me.
No, that part's catchy.
I'm already eating my own words.
I like that part.
That part right there. It's the chorus.
follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow.
That's the part I was playing over a bunch. Yeah.
See, I know he'll change the world 'cause he's a warrior of the light. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills and teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He's a warrior of the light.
Something like that. The tone shift.
And so,
We'll reach him.
so
what
hold
do
on.
you- yeah,
So-
go ahead. Go ahead.
So now this is kind of reminding me because like
Go
so what I think is happening throughout the song, Athena's like watching Odysseus from wherever she is, not in front of him.
Probably.
She's hidden. She's like invisible. Right? She like casts a spell.
Yes, so she's trying to test him.
She's invisible. And so she's watching him and like bitching about him. Like whatever, right? Like in the beginning of the song, she's like, "Don't you remember all that I've taught you?" And this and that. And then he like senses her presence, and or actually doesn't. He's
Is she
like calling her.
is she invisible this whole time, or were they talking here and then she went invisible?
No, I don't. They weren't talking.
They weren't talking.
I
No.
taught you.
Athena!
Oh wait,
Because that
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart?
this could be okay.
or maybe she's talking to him while invisible,
What I'm imagining is kind of like the gods are talking
Yeah.
to you from like above.
but
and
she's
then
actually next to him.
she's either she wasn't next to him. Either she's been next to him the whole time, or she wasn't next to him until here. Because now he's like, "Show yourself.
Oh,
I know you're watching."
oh, this
me."
is a flashback scene.
Show yourself.
Oh, you think that was a flashback?
I know
That's what
you're
Hereupon said.
watching me.
Oh.
Show yourself.
It's a flashback to when Adi first met Athena.
Cool. 'Cause
Also-
the beginning is like, what happens here?
I see you
This is the
changing
flashback.
From how I've designed you.
No.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you.
I'm not sure. I think I'm a little confused.
Goddess of wisdom,
This is the
Oh,
present.
this is the present now.
master of war.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like I see you're changing from how I've designed you. Have you forgotten?
Well,
the lessons
is
I
it a
taught you?
flashback or is it so like during that musical transition that was transitioning back to the present? Because this kind of sounds like the same conversation.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Because this sounds like present, and she's like, "Oh, have you forgotten?"
Yeah,
what the
this
heck I
all
taught
sounds
you?"
like the
Yeah,
present.
Yeah.
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
I like the piano part a
I
lot.
see you changing from how I've designed you. Have you forgotten your
The piss
purpose?
moments are modern.
Let me remind you.
Okay.
Goddess of wisdom.
Also, Goddess of Wisdom, Master of War. That's Athena, right?
Yeah.
Like she's just explaining herself.
Yep.
That's not too late into the song. If you wanted
terms
to,
of-
if you
Fair.
wanted to not just call out her name and you know who Athena is,
Fair.
then you're like, oh, okay. Like I'm kind of getting an inkling because like clearly she's a designer of men, of warriors, right? Like
Yeah.
she's already saying that.
Yeah.
So like we're kind of getting that inkling, and it's kind of confirmed right there if you know who Athena is.
Yeah.
But if they tried to do it for like very blatant educational purposes, then I would throw in the name too.
Right.
But artistically, that's enough.
I agree. Challenge test a skill.
I also I'm a big stickler for when certain words are repeated unnecessarily, and she used the word bore twice.
Boy whose mind rivaled the boar's own will. And then where did she say boy again?
Like 2 lines after that or something.
I had the challenge to test the skill. A magic boar only the best could kill. One day boy came for the thrill. A boy whose mind rivaled the boar's own will. So you're saying you like them? Like
you could have
repeating
just not used the word boar again. You know, the beast's own will.
Beast's own will, yeah. But you like that they used the same word?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't like that typically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless it's like it makes sense, like 600 men, like
Right.
unless
you're
the,
driving in a motif, yeah.
unless it's the theme, like the motif to really lay into.
Right.
But at this point, I'm just nitpicking.
Sure. No, that's what we're here. We're reacting and we're
Only the best could kill.
We can
One day
nitpick.
a boy came for the thrill. A boy whose mind rivaled the boar's
Beast's own will.
I think I don't
The
have
be-
a problem
the
with
beast
it
song.
though. I think just because it's the context
It's really
of like
it's really not.
you know,
the
like
end
what are you
of
gonna say,
the
like the
world.
pig? Are you gonna call it a different thing? But it's like
I would say beast.
the beast. So
If I were to make the creative suggestion.
magic boar
Well,
only
that's
the
just
best could kill. One day a boy came for the thrill. A boy whose mind rivaled the boar's own will. They repeated boy twice. Does that bother you? One day a boy came for the thrill. A man whose mind rivaled the beast's own will. You think would you change because he's not a man, he's a boy.
Arguably,
right?
but also the word boy is used in 2 different contexts. I think. Hold on. One day a boy came, a boy whose. So they're kind of talking about a boy doing something and then talking about something about the boy. It's very, very slight, right? But they're talking about the boy doing an action and then talking about one of the boy's characteristics. So it's kind of different, but at the same time, I would probably try to not use the word boy again. You could,
That's so
you could-
interesting.
you could use child instead. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Interesting.
kind
I
of
hadn't
like
thought about that.
It's just kind of like showing how wide your vocabulary is, really. You know,
Yeah. That's
unless
interesting thought.
unless it feels like you should really lay into that word or that phrase
Right.
to like really emphasize it. After hearing the songs, the rest of the songs in the saga, like we said, we didn't really like the first 2 as much as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's not like any of them were bad, and that's okay. Maybe the first song could have had like some sort of stronger elements in them to be a lot more captivating.
Maybe I'm trying to think because these 2 songs really carried for me. If I do this, okay, yeah.
Nice.
I think Full Speed Ahead and Open Arms were the bangers. This was the tropical one. Full Speed Ahead was the one we liked them. I think Full Speed Ahead was the best one.
Yeah.
By
If we were to tier list the songs,
Tier list
in
of
this one.
songs. It's Full Speed Ahead, Open Arms.
Full Speed Ahead, I saved onto my own playlist.
I think I like this one too.
Yeah,
I like that
that's
one.
great.
I think for me, top to bottom is Full Speed Ahead, Open Arms, Warrior of the Mind, Just a Man, and The Horse is the last. Least favorite.
Either that or no, I'd probably say the same
You
thing.
think the same thing? Yeah. Full Speed
Yeah.
Ahead, Open Arms,
Yeah,
Warrior, Just a Man. Just a Man was good. I like this one a lot better than the first one. And then these 3 were just like,
yeah.
yeah, these were
Those
the
are great.
bangers.